Some things Mama never told us, but we have always felt them. If you've ever noticed your body changing, your energy shifting, your emotions feeling heavier or unfamiliar, and no one really explained why, you're not alone. Mama Never Told Me is a gentle, honest podcast for women navigating the physical and emotional changes no one prepared us for. We talk about the body, about life, about the things we carry quietly. This isn't medical advice. It's lived experience. It's a soft place to listen, reflect, and trust yourself again. If you're ready for honest conversations without pressure, fear, or fixing, Mama Never Told Me is here, because some things we were never told, but we're allowed to talk about them now. Welcome back to Mama Never Told Me. I'm Errica, and this episode is about the stories we carry quietly, the changes in our bodies no one warned us about, and the way support, or the lack of it, can shape how we survive those moments. Today's episode holds two truths at the same time. First, that so many women are navigating physical and emotional changes as they get older. Heart symptoms, hormonal shifts, digestive issues, exhaustion, anxiety, and are often told everything looks normal, even when nothing feels normal. And second, that being believed by one person, one partner, one safe place can make all the difference while we're trying to understand what's happening in our bodies. Before we continue, I want to take a moment to thank one of the sponsors that helps make this space possible. Zivolife supports holistic, plant-based wellness with products designed to support balance, vitality, and everyday care, especially for bodies that are changing and asking for more gentleness. I'll share the link in the show notes if you'd like to explore it for yourself. And as always, only take what feels supportive for you. Now, a few weeks ago, someone shared a message in the Mama Never Told Me Facebook group. It was anonymous. I don't know who she is. But she asked if I would read her story on the podcast because she's not ready to be seen yet. And I want to say this clearly, that group exists for exactly this reason. So if you're listening and you've been holding a story you don't know how to tell yet, you are welcome there. You don't have to attach your name to your truth until you're ready. I'm going to read her message now exactly as she wrote it. Hi, Errica. I'm writing this anonymously because I'm not ready to put my name on it yet. But I need my story told. I'm in my late 40s, and about 2 years ago, my body started changing in ways no one prepared me for. My heart would race out of nowhere. I couldn't sleep. My digestion was off. I felt exhausted and anxious in a way I'd never felt before. Doctors kept telling me everything looked fine. But what saved me, honestly, was my husband. He didn't understand what was happening to my body, but he believed me. When I cried, he didn't tell me to calm down. When I was scared, he didn't minimize it. When I couldn't explain what I was feeling, he didn't ask me to make it make sense. He held me. Sometimes literally, sometimes emotionally, sometimes just by sitting next to me while I tried to breathe through it. There were nights I was convinced something was terribly wrong. And instead of telling me I was being dramatic, he stayed awake with me. That support didn't fix my body, but it kept me from breaking while I was trying to figure it out. I'm still learning my body. I'm still healing. But I don't know how I would have survived that season without someone who believed me when medicine didn't. Thank you for giving women a place to talk about this. Anonymous. To the woman who shared this, if you're listening, thank you. What you described is what so many women need but don't always receive: presence, patience, and belief. And I want to say this gently because it matters. That wasn't my experience. For me, it was a nightmare for a long time, and it almost broke my marriage before it finally changed it. When we come back, you'll hear that side of my story. the moment my husband finally got it, and what he wants other men to understand before it costs them the woman they love. Stay with me. Welcome back, everyone. We've talked a lot about different facets of life on this show, about self care, about building resilience. And today I'm thrilled to finally have a very special guest with me, my incredible husband, Eric. Now, for those of you who might not know him, he's actually quite the public figure in his own right. Many of you might know him as Mr. E from his wildly popular podcast, Reggae Hour. You know, the one with all the vibrant music, the energetic interviews, and let's be honest, all the young dancehall girl artists shaking their rumps on stage. Yeah, I see you, Mr. E. I mean, your show is quite the production.
Hey, baby, it's good to be here. And yes, my show is certainly energetic and visually stimulating, shall we say. But thank you for having me on your show, where we delve into topics that are a bit more, shall we say, grounded in the human experience.
It's good to have you here, truly. And Eric, honestly, I wanted to bring you on for a very specific and very important reason today. Because while in our last segment, we touched upon the beautiful support system we eventually built around me during a particularly challenging health journey, I want to be completely real and transparent with our listeners. That kind of unwavering, fully understanding support wasn't our reality for a very, very long time in that process. This past season, as I navigated my health issues, it was incredibly, profoundly hard on our marriage. We both were scared, deeply scared for what was happening, but that fear, it showed up so differently for each of us, didn't it? It created a real chasm between us for a while.
Yeah, it really did, Erica. And sitting here now looking back on that period, I have to acknowledge openly that I made a lot of mistakes. So many. I honestly didn't understand what you were going through, not on a deep empathetic level. I mean, you try to explain your symptoms, your exhaustion, the sheer weight of it all, and my brain, my default wiring would just kick in. I try to problem solve, to fix it with logic, to find a practical solution. Or if I couldn't, I retreat. I distanced myself because I felt helpless, and frankly, I didn't know how to cope with my own discomfort watching you struggle. I saw your symptoms, your pain, your profound changes, and instead of trying to be fully present, to just be there in the raw messiness of it, I minimized it. I misunderstood it. I got frustrated when my usual solutions or my calm demeanor didn't work. And I was so wrong for that. I defaulted to my own comfort, my own confusion, my own desire for things to just go back to normal instead of truly seeing you, truly understanding the depth of your experience. I made that mistake and it almost cost me my best friend, my lover, my wife, my everything. And that's a truth I have to carry and one I want to share because I know I'm not the only man who has made or is making this kind of mistake. And I'm speaking directly to the men listening right now. Brothers, please hear me on this. When your partner, your wife, your woman is going through something profoundly difficult, especially something that feels invisible or confusing or just utterly overwhelming, do not, for the love of everything, try to fix it. Just don't. You cannot logic away pain or fear or the profound physical and emotional shifts she might be experiencing. Your attempts to solve it often come across as invalidating. She is not asking you to diagnose her or to tell her to calm down or to explain away what she's feeling by rationalizing it. What she needs, what she really truly needs from you is for you to just listen, to create a safe space for her to express herself without interruption, without judgment, without trying to put a neat little bow on her complex emotions. Let her speak her truth, whatever it sounds like. Understand that fear, chronic stress, anxiety, deep physical changes, they show up differently in women's bodies, in their emotional landscape, than perhaps they do for us as men. It's not a weakness. It's a different, valid manifestation of intense internal experience. And our job, our solemn duty as partners, is not to correct it or dismiss it or tell her how she should feel, but to hold it, to hold her, physically and emotionally, to choose presence over problem solving, to choose belief over understanding every single clinical detail or finding an immediate solution. Believe her when she tells you what she's feeling, even if it defies your logic. Believe her even if you don't fully grasp the depth of it yourself. That physical and emotional closeness, just being there, holding her hand, looking her in the eyes, telling her, I'm with you, I believe you, and we'll face this together. That's the medicine. That's the real healing for both of you. Don't wait until you're on the brink, until you almost lose everything like I was, to realize the profound, irreplaceable value of just showing up, truly showing up for the person who means the most to you in this life.
Thank you, Eric. Honestly, truly, hearing you say all of that out loud in this vulnerable space, it means the world. And it did take time. You know, it wasn't an overnight realization for either of us, and it certainly wasn't an easy journey to get to this point. But that acknowledgement, that true understanding that you didn't quite get it then, and that you regret how you showed up in those moments, that profound shift, that truly matters. It makes all the difference. And for me, in those moments of deep uncertainty and pain, being believed, just genuinely believed in what I was experiencing, even when it made no sense to me or to doctors. That mattered more than any cure, more than any quick fix you could have offered. It wasn't about finding the answer, it was about feeling seen, feeling validated in my own reality. And honestly, it changed everything for us. It really did. Now, what Eric just shared, that's really just the tip of the iceberg, isn't it? This season, this incredibly challenging journey we've been on together, there were a lot of very difficult conversations, a lot of intense arguments, moments of deep fear, and a whole lot of hard work to get to this point of repair, to this current space of true understanding and connection. So, if what you just heard resonated with you, if you found yourself nodding along, if you want to know how we actually navigated all of that together, the fights, the fears, the breakthroughs, the step by step process of how we rebuilt our connection and trust, you'll absolutely want to hear the full episode. We unpack everything, all the nitty gritty details, the raw truth, so you can learn from our journey and hopefully find some guidance for your own. Make sure you subscribe or just keep listening, because the deeper conversation, the full, complete story of our repair and reconciliation is waiting for you there. It's been a journey, Eric, and I'm just profoundly grateful to be here with you, talking about it openly, honestly. It's a testament to us, to what we've built.
Me too, baby. Me too. It wasn't easy, not by a long shot, but it's absolutely worth it. Every single hard conversation, every moment of self-reflection, it was all worth it to get back to this.
There are seasons when your body isn't asking to be fixed. It's asking to be listened to. If you've ever felt worn down, out of sync, or like your body is changing faster than you can understand, you're not alone. That's one of the reasons I want to thank Zivolife for supporting this podcast. Zivolife offers clean, plant-based wellness products designed to support everyday nourishment and balance, especially during seasons when your body is asking for more gentleness, not pressure. This isn't about quick fixes or promises. It's about giving your body something supportive while you're learning to listen again. If you'd like to explore Zivolife for yourself, you can visit zivo.life and use the code Reggae Hour. One word for 30% off. Mama Never Told Me may earn a commission at no additional cost to you. And as always, only take what feels supportive for you. Now, let's continue.
Before we close, I want to leave you with a thought. So much of what we call support isn't about having answers. It isn't about understanding everything that's happening in someone else's body. And it isn't about fixing what feels broken. Real support is quieter than that. It's staying when things don't make sense. It's listening without trying to correct the story. It's letting fear exist without rushing it away. It's choosing presence over certainty. Our bodies change faster than language can keep up. And when that happens, it can be frightening. Not just for the person living inside the body, but for the people who love them too. What I've learned is this: being believed before you are understood can change everything. For the person who is hurting, you are not weak for needing support. You are not dramatic for listening to your body, and you do not owe anyone a perfect explanation for your pain. And for the partner, not knowing what to do doesn't mean you failed. Showing up imperfectly still matters. Sometimes holding space is the most powerful thing you can offer. This podcast exists because there are so many conversations we never had modeled for us. So many moments where silence felt safer than honesty. So many women who carried it alone. If you take anything from today, let it be this: you don't have to fix what you don't understand. You just have to stay. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. This is Mama Never Told Me.